Something really weird is happening in the CS market right now. We're seeing a bunch of old stickers just explode in prices, unlike we've ever pretty much seen before. Plus 200% in some of these stickers, plus 400% nearly in some of them over just the past 60 days. And over the past few weeks, they've been blowing up as well. This is specifically for the Antwerp stickers and the Stockholm stickers. This is a real price, by the way. This thing is actually $40 right now. That's a real 60-day return. It's absolutely insane what's going on right now. These stickers are just absolutely blowing up. Now, the kind of good thing about this, and I'm going to cover exactly what you guys should do relating to this, how you could take advantage of it and stuff like that. But to cash out instantly for PayPal, crypto, and bank transfers, check out Skin.Place. Skin.Place gives you fair prices for every single skin you have, and is an insanely easy process. Here's how it works. Just click the skins you want to sell, enter your crypto address or whatever you need to do, and then you just get sent a trade offer, accept it, and receive your money in about 20 minutes. It's the best way to sell CS2 skins no matter what size your inventory is. Get a 3% bonus on selling your skins with that link at the top of the description. The interesting thing about this is these stickers are actually good looking. It was during a time where Valve kinda cared about the stickers and put some effort into the designs, at least the hollow effects on them, and they look nice and clean. Obviously, there was a long period of time where Valve was pretty much doing this thing where you just take the team logo and there's no background with it. It's just the team logo and then the tournament logo in the bottom right of it. That's essentially what they did for a bunch of events in a row. Antwerp and Stockholm were a couple of them, and they are some of the best looking stickers in the game, I think. And obviously people are starting to realize that. The thing about these stickers, and I guess the capsules as well, is that they kind of go through super long droughts in the market. That's why I talk about the market like anytime with consolidation where something is sitting at a level for a super long period of time, it never crashes back down. Essentially never. It's just not a thing in the CS market. The CS market is essentially up only. So anytime you're seeing something go sideways like this for a super long time, or no matter how long it takes, come back down to pre-hype levels, or like this where it bled out for like a year and once again came back to pre-hype levels. I always cover this stuff. If something comes back to pre-hype levels, it's essentially, I can't find a single bad time where it's a bad spot to buy, because it never is in this market, because the market's essentially up only. You've got items like this that are super limited and consumable as well, so supply is only going to get lower. People are going to keep hoarding them. And then eventually you'll just find some hype spike like this, and then prices will blow up again. So it's really good to see this in the market. If you ever see something with any value that comes back to pre-hype levels, it's essentially always a good time to buy. That's one of many things you should note from this video. So the stickers have absolutely blown up as well. I guess I'll just look at the Gambit Hollow, Stockholm 2021. Look at one of them. This one's up 700%, so why not? Stockholm, Gambit. Also, apparently they changed the Steam market, so it's actually not 10 years outdated anymore, which is very cool. But yeah, since a month ago, this thing is like 4x in price. It is coming back down a bit now, and this is kind of stuff I want to talk about. How a lot of this stuff, obviously, if you look at the chart like this, is super overblown. This thing did hit $13. It's already back at $9, so I'm not going to tell you just jump into this thing and buy a ton of them, because the move has essentially already happened. And you could see once again it went through a lot of consolidation before this did happen, and then it blew up again. So I would say if it comes back down to like, I think $4 is a bit unrealistic now. The interesting thing about these stickers is people tend to hold on to them for a super long period of time, and then when prices blow up like this, those people kind of wake up, remember they're in their storage units or whatever, and then they end up selling them if price goes up this quickly. That's why stuff like this could happen. So I don't think they're going to come back down to $2.50, to be honest with you. But I will say now is too high of a spot to buy. If they, I guess this is $2 all the way back here, but if they come back down to like $5 or something, I still think it's a reasonable spot to buy. I think that's a very respectable spot where they could consolidate. But once again, don't be in too much a rush for this, because these old stickers like this could do one of these where they just, this was 2 years, by the way. 2 years time this thing sat, or I didn't even sit sideways in price. It was just slowly bleeding out, and then the hype picks up and they 13x in price. So you shouldn't exactly try and time these moves massively. But the good thing is I do think the stickers are really good looking. So if you could get, a bunch of them at a good price, they're still going to be good. I would stay away from stuff like the Evil Geniuses Hollow, though, because, I mean, I don't understand. I don't think Evil Genius is a team anymore, but still, the sticker's just ugly. If people aren't going to be crafting with it, I don't think there's going to be a massive amount of demand. It's gone from $1 to 56. Obviously, that's something you want to stay away from. But I do think there is plenty of other good stickers in there that if they come, crashing down a little bit, and I think they will, because the move happens so quick, there's going to be a bunch of people taking profit, very little demand and stuff like that. So I do think there is, a decent amount of profitability there still if you are interested in holding for the long term, especially with these stickers. And I want to talk about other stickers as well from different events later on, because we could potentially find another thing that's going to happen with these, and hopefully they blow up later. I would not mind buying a bunch of these at $3.83. You could probably find them on third-party sites for cheaper. I mean, if the stickers are still super expensive, I could actually show you guys as well. I pulled this up. You could check csroi.com to see exactly what the profitability, the ROI is on these capsules still. I do think the data is a little bit outdated because it does say it's $2.95, but it gives you a rough estimate, and you could see which capsule is the best right now. Legends capsule, great unboxing ROI. People could actually unbox this thing. Obviously, if the stickers are blowing up in price, people will unbox this thing because it would be either profitable or near profitable, so it's not bad. And obviously, these capsules are consumable. No matter what way you spin it, there's always going to be less of these in existence as time goes on. And whenever an eventual hype spike comes, then you'll probably see stuff like that blow up. One of the very old cases with this, and I don't even think I could find any of these on the Steam market. I guess I can. This is a decent way to show it, is the Cobblestone package. This doesn't even go back all the way, actually, but Cobblestone packages was like, obviously, a thing as a dealer, most sought after skin in the game. It's essentially impossible to get one of these, but over time, they're unboxed more and more. They get more and more expensive. I mean, they just have desirable skins in them. There's less in supply. Obviously, Cobblestone isn't in the map rotation anymore, which helps. But kind of the same case with these stickers is that with the most recent stickers this time around, they don't look anything like Antwerp. They don't look anything like Stockholm. So hopefully Valve has decided to go with more, I don't know what you want to call it, like actual designs on the stickers. Let me actually show you guys. I don't know. I don't think there's going to be a ton of investors this time around, which could be good in the very long-term future. I wouldn't touch these right now. But it's like when you've got stickers from Stockholm and Antwerp with no design on them, just the team logo in the bottom right, they could be worth a lot of money, and they are definitely desirable, especially if Valve keeps deciding to go with patterns in the background now, and hopefully they do. They don't just randomly switch back to this, because that could cause these to crash in price. But one final other thing I want to talk about is different, stickers. We could talk about the RMR Hollows, and I saw somebody on Twitter talk about this as well. They don't look great, which is kind of the thing that scares me with these stickers, but they are also extremely cheap still. They actually, some of them kind of blew up in price a little bit off this recent move, but it's like, I don't know. I still hold a bunch of these in my capsules. I mean, I bought them at like 25 cents, so technically I am still massively in profit in my storage containers, not capsules. I don't know why I said that, but I am still like 4x in profit on these things. It's essentially just shows how crazy the market is. I could have sold up here for a massive amount, but it's like buying old stickers that essentially, I'm sure there's probably plenty of RMR capsules out there, but I mean, nobody's really unboxing them. These stickers at $1.17 are pretty low risk, and sure, you've got a couple blowups in this chart, but as you could see with the other stickers that I showed, they could run up massively even more. So I don't want to, pump my bags and say, put all your money in this, but for 77 cents, $1 for some of these top stickers, and you should probably diversify among like the top 3, the ones that actually have demand. Not that many listed on the market. When the hype comes around, and I think it will, these are the kind of items you want to hold because they could blow up massively in price, even if they don't look good. There's just so little of them out there that, I mean, they just perform well. The thing we kind of have to worry about, I don't think they're called capsules. What are they called? They're just called 2020 RMR. Can we look that up and get all 3 of them? We can. It's like there's still a good amount of capsules out there, which is probably keeping these prices low, but it's just another thing where you could keep something like this in your inventory for a ridiculously long period of time, and then, this thing is tripled in price from lows still. And it's still got plenty of room to run if suddenly, once again, demand picks up. And I think over years' time, it always has in the CS market and it always will. So if you're trying to front run a move, I guess say RMR is kind of a thing to, go with it there. I don't think you're really risking that much money And I think whenever the hype kind of drips down into everything else, obviously we saw massive CS2 market like wide hype over the past couple of months. Sure, we saw a big crash when the trading update happened, but that hype has kind of dripped down into smaller things like the Stockholm, the Antwerp. It went over the agents as well. Well, it started with like the phase twos and everything. So everybody's trying to find their money in this market. And if you're trying to front run something, I think something stupid like RMRs could still somehow be good. Once again, I'm still holding on to mine, and they're up like 4x in price because I bought them so long ago. So that's just how this market works. That's my thoughts. Good luck to everybody out there. And thank you guys for watching. Sponsor, link at the top of the description. Check them out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.